Alright, so we're in the lobby waiting for a round of the game to start. We are playing Duo Battle Royale with one of my friends, Rescue Lemon, today. And I figured I'd just do one round in this video because this round actually ended up taking 15 minutes to play. But first we had to decide where we wanted to land. We decided we would go to the superhero area and land because it was semi-new. It wasn't new, but it was new enough. And I just wanted to double check I was recording here, so I brought out the OBS and then put it away. And then I was jumped off the bus. And then we kind of decided to kind of fly towards the superhero area. We were kind of just chilling. And it took us a little bit to get down there. But once we did, we decided to start looking for some gear. And geared up we got. I found most of my supplies in this round, in this place. But I won't spoil too much. Alright, so first I landed on this roof. There's a guy shooting over there, but I found a chest, so I went for the chest. I grabbed the gun, and I real quickly equipped the gun and started shooting at him. I don't like dual guns, but I got the kill, and then I made sure to finish him off so I could get any guns he had. And I got rid of that. I got some good stuff here. Rescue Lemon was also gearing up. I don't think he found anyone to kill though these first few minutes. I at least don't think we did. I didn't really pay that much attention because I was in here gearing up myself. I think I might have missed an ammo right there. I don't know. I might have missed something. Alright. Let me know if I missed that. I don't know. That might have been like a book or something, but I didn't realize it when I was playing, so I don't know. Alright. Got some ammo. And really just want to see what Rescue Lemon was. Alright, we kind of explored outside, making sure no one was here. And then I saw the footprints icon, and I realized that Rescue Lemon was fighting someone, so we took care of that together. And got a few supplies, not very much. Most of these supplies I stuck with for a while. I still hadn't used my chug slash that I got from earlier, but that is very effective when I do use it. I replaced some guns and really just continued on. Alright, out here we found another chest. We didn't find much in it. Really just some, a little bit of ammo and some bricks and stuff. And gold, of course, but that was about it. Sorry if you can hear my fan. I've been getting too warm at night. Alright, then I started seeing this guy who has been shooting, so I decided to go up there and shoot him. I took care of it pretty easy. He tried to run away. I ran after him, and eventually, after looking through a few rooms, I found where he ended up hiding, and I took care of him before he could heal. And I got all the gear I needed, and, well, I just continued, really. This is where it's easy. I started seeing someone outside, I thought, so I went out there. So, besides Rescue Lemon, I didn't see anyone right away, but I felt like someone else was here. I decided to use the chug splash now, so that if someone did it, if they snuck up on me, it wasn't as big of a deal. I still had some of the chug splash left, but I saved some for later, which I never ended up using. But it was nice. And I just continued to really run around. We wanted to make sure we got the whole place with no one else being here. Because we had a pretty good lineup of guns and health and everything, so we decided we would stick around until everyone was done here. And then we were talking about where we should go next. So we wouldn't have gone to Budo Boxcars again, but we do it a lot, so we were debating if we wanted to change things up and go to the other neighboring town, which originally we were going to do. Which I'll get into that later, and why we had to change our plan. Then I checked the map to kind of see what was around, and so we could start talking about it. And I checked something with the video again. I did that a lot because this is the first one today, or the first one I filmed in the day. So, wanted to make sure everything was running smoothly, and I saw some music playing, so wanted to make sure it was isolating sound. I found him in the bunker area. I looked. I didn't really find that much I wanted. I found one gun, but it wasn't really that good. So I went by where he was, and I got a tracking visor, and I ended up replacing the gun I got in with that. Actually, it was a different gun, but I ended up replacing the gun later. So I tested out it, trying to figure out how it works, and then we were off. I was deciding where we wanted to go. We ended up deciding on Flooded Frogs. I think that's what that place is called. But we decided that rather than Budo because we go to Budo all the time. But as you're going to see, that was not the plan. Or things did not go as planned. Alright, so we went outside to getting ready and looking for a car. He went one way, I went the other. We were kind of just discussing and making sure there's best course of action, so we went 2 different ways to see if we could find a car. We didn't actually find a car, instead we found some more people, so we went over by where the gunshots were and we found them. We ended up taking care of them. This one, I was having trouble getting knocked down. Well, after knocked down, I had trouble getting the final kill, so Rescued Lemon did that. And we were looking for the other guy. And Rescued Lemon found him. I was trying to figure out where he was shooting at. And I helped knock him down and get rid of him. Alright, then we looked through the guns and materials, and I took what I needed. And then we started getting shot at by someone else. So before we knew it, we started always being shot at. So we kept always kicking people out, or knocking people down. And we ended up not going to where we were supposed to be because there were so many people in this location that we ended up getting to Budo Boxcars by accident, just because we were running and kept seeing gunshots. But after we took care of a few people here, we decided to keep running and see if we could find anyone else because we thought we figured out where they were coming from. But there was 1 or 2 more people first. So we went that way to try and find them. I was debating if I wanted to swap a gun. I ended up doing it. Same gun I said I would swap earlier. But we ended up seeing some gunshots, so we went that way. Now, we were still keeping an eye out for a car or anything, because getting out the map was very slow with running right now. So, we really wanted to find something better, so we went up here to try and find who was shooting. And alright, so we kept running and really just trying to find somewhere to go. We ended up getting to Budo Boxcars, and originally we weren't going to come here, but it was there, so we decided, we should just stop here for a minute and see if we can find anything good. And then we found a small little town there. He wanted to see if he could find somewhere else, and I came over here because I thought I saw some people. Alright, And then I found these zip lines. They were nice. They were fun. But then I saw people fighting. I took care of them. One of them tried to run away. I still got him though. So, come on. Yeah, alright. Then his rescue lemon came and found me. I'm not sure if he ever found the people who were attacking him. But we decided to find a car or something. We needed a way to get around. Because this was getting so frustrating doing this without a car. So we went up here and he had found a car for us to use. Hang on a minute. After I got up, he was actually way far ahead of me because he had something that was allowing him to move really fast. I don't remember what it's called. But I followed him and eventually we went back to Brutal Boxcars and rescued them and found a car. But first we wanted to take care of these bosses. Or these people who are fighting the boss. I know it's like a spire thing, but I call it a boss. But we took them out, and then I went down there to look at the stuff. And we finished the spire, which scared me when it blew up, because I wasn't expecting it to, and I've never blown one up before. As you see here, I got really spooked when it blew up, but it was no big deal. We kind of just continued on. We got what we needed to, and then rescued them and got in the car. And I was a little afraid because he should not have a driver's license. Anyway, I'll show you what I mean when we get there. So I was kind of testing out these guns, really just to see what worked, because I'm very picky with my guns. He dropped some Chug Splash, which I already had, so I didn't need more. I still hadn't taken any damage at this point. The only damage I took this entire round was when I died, actually, which was unfortunate. So I kind of took my point and I moved it. We decided to go to Lone Wolf Lair, and here he is driving the car. He still should not be allowed to drive because he went into just a few trees, and it got so bad at a point where I told him if he wants into one more tree or something, I'm gonna ban him from driving again. And it was just banned last week. So we ended up getting there with just only a few crashes, not too much damage to our car, luckily, but it could have been avoided. So fun. Stuff like that kept happening, but we ended up at Lone Wolf Lair. He went to kind of see what was around here, and I took my location off the map and was kind of thinking about where we would want to go after, with where the storm circle was and everything, and how protected we were. And I started seeing gunshots, so I originally thought they were coming from on top of the mountain. I never figured out where those were coming from. I looked around, didn't see anything, so I went down a little more to see if I could spot anyone, but I couldn't, so eventually I decided to just go inside. Even with my zoomed in gun, I still couldn't spot anyone, so I just said, well, maybe there's no one there, maybe they're too far away. So I went inside, and there wasn't very much there. Most of the stuff here has been looted already. I don't know if Rescued Lemon took it. He never said he did. But I think what happened was someone came here earlier in the game and took everything, because there was an ammo box outside that was open, and there wasn't very many things inside. And well, we looked and we didn't find anything, so eventually we heard some gunshots, or saw some gunshots rather, and we went over there to investigate. I still had my tracking thing on, and I never really used it, but we ended up finding where the gunshots were coming from. I jumped down there to start shooting. I unfortunately had to reload though, and I didn't realize that before, so this other person ended up coming down and killing me, and then knocked me, and while the other guy killed Rescue Lemon. And that was the entire game. We ended up placing 8th, which was actually quite close to a victory for us. We aren't normally that good at this. So, have a good day. Bye.